Hello, in this video I'm going to give you some tips on how to save money on road trips. There's very few things in life that I enjoy doing, either by myself or with friends or with family, than getting into a car behind the wheel and hitting the open road and seeing the sights of the United States. But it does cost some money, unfortunately. But if you follow these tips, it could really help save you some money. So let's talk about it. If you're planning on a road trip anytime soon, like a lot of people are, as I record this, it's in the spring of 2022. Hopefully the pandemic is almost over and we're itching to get out and travel again and not have to worry about too many restrictions. So based on that enthusiasm, I know a lot of people are ready to travel, ready to hit the road. And so let's try to save you some money. Number one, of course, road trips involves a vehicle of some kind. And typically it saves you more money to drive your own vehicle than it is to rent a car or rent a vehicle. Depends on how long you're going to be gone. Certainly if you're gone weeks, months, that adds up big time as it pertains to renting a car. So if you don't mind putting mileage on your own car, then consider not renting a car, instead drive your own car. The only downside to that is the wear and tear and the mileage that you will put on your own car. Now, if you don't mind that, perfect. It's going to save you money and you'll be in good shape. Now I love renting cars in certain situations. And if you play your cards right with those rewards programs, those loyalty programs, it can really benefit you in certain situations when you take road trips and when you go on vacation and travel. But if you're looking for extended road trips, it's recommended to drive your own car. Now, when it comes to cars, one of the most major expenses besides lodging, where you're going to stay the night at and sleep at, is gasoline. So if you decide to rent a car, try to find a hybrid. If you got a hybrid yourself, definitely you're going to save yourself some money based on the miles per gallon that you're going to get with those vehicles. I've known even people that borrow their friends or family, almost like rented it from their friends and family, their cars, their hybrid cars, in order to save money in fuel costs. So try to get a hybrid if you can, or if you're renting, try to get a hybrid, or maybe borrow a friend's or family's members' hybrid, and that might save you some money. Now, of course, you want to compensate whoever is letting you borrow their car, their hybrid car. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, and you want to run the numbers, you want to kind of evaluate the situation, because if you are gone weeks, months at a time on these road trips, then it might be worthwhile, and it might make financial sense to buy a used older car that you don't mind putting the mileage on, and it's used exclusively for traveling, for road trips. It might be worth your while to buy another vehicle if the numbers are right, if it makes financial sense. And then that way it doesn't impact your daily vehicle that you use all the time. You don't have to worry about your main car getting high mileage on it as you're traveling around. So maybe consider, if you'd like to travel and you take extended road trips, consider getting a used vehicle exclusively for road trips and for traveling. If, in best case scenario, like a hybrid vehicle that helps you save money as it pertains to fuel costs. So that's another tip. And another tip is try to stock up, hit the grocery stores as much as you can before you take your road trip. I've been on some road trips 1,000 miles, 1,300 miles, 1,500 miles. I didn't even stop. Just the only time I stopped was to use the restroom, because I had the cooler, had all the food packed and ready to go. And it got me to where I needed to go. And I didn't have to stop at all except for gas and to use the restroom. Now, I love beef jerky. I love eating candy bars and every now and then drinking soft drinks. By going into the gas station or truck stop. That's part of the travel experience. But if you're looking to save money, you're better off loading up at the grocery store, because those gas stations jack up the prices and really can impact your bottom line as in terms of travel budget goes. So get you a cooler, stock up. Other places to store a lot of road-friendly snacks, fruits, vegetables, nuts, some really healthy options. But again, road trips are meant to be fun. There's nothing wrong every now and then stopping in and getting some beef jerky or whatever snacks you like. But if you're looking to save money, try to avoid those gas stations except for filling up. Don't go in them for food and drinks, because they usually those prices are inflated. So make sure you hit the groceries instead of the gas station as it pertains to food that you eat during your road trip. Load up that cooler and you will save yourself some money. Now, one of the biggest expenses for sure is accommodations. Where are you going to sleep at? If you're on the road for weeks at a time, months at a time, you got to have a good game plan as it pertains to your sleeping habits, where you're going to sleep, your accommodations. So one of the best ways to save yourself some money is, again, plan on the front end. Have a vehicle where you could sleep in. Or if you enjoy camping, make sure you have a tent, make sure you have something that you feel safe and comfortable in, and hit those campsites. Those campsites usually cheaper than the hotels, of course. So if you like that, that's great. Some people don't even hit the campsites, just kind of find a place, nice safe place to park and sleep in their vehicle overnight as they're traveling, as they're on their road trip. So if you're looking to save money on accommodations, free camping would be the most budget friendly. Campsites would be the second most. And then if you don't like camping, then try to find you a hotel or hotel chain that you like, that you enjoy, that you can be a member of in terms of loyalty programs, reward programs. Even get you, if you're disciplined with your money and smart with your spending, get you a nice travel credit card, or a credit card that's linked to like a hotel chain. So like, for instance, I have a credit card that is part of the Hilton Honors chain, and that, after a certain amount of visits, collect enough points, I get free stays, which is nice, because hey, we love camping, we love being outdoors, but every now and then, nothing wrong with staying in a hotel every now and then. But if you're looking to save money, use those campsites, use free spots to where you can just pull right up in your vehicle, chill out overnight, and get you a good night rest in a nice, safe place. Now that we talked about food and we talked about accommodations as far as lodging goes, let's revisit gas, because road trips, naturally, one of the biggest expenses is gas. And one of the best things you could do is shop around and be strategic where you're going to fill up the tank. There's been times when I'm traveling, when I'm on these road trips, and my car still has about a quarter tank of gas in it, but I know that the price of gas is a lot cheaper where I'm at right now than where it's going to be when my car is almost on E. So the smart financial thing to do is go ahead and fill up right now where the gas is cheaper. And one of the best ways to know about this and to plan out your road trip in terms of gas and where you're going to fill up is use an app like GasBuddy. GasBuddy is a great app that can really save you some money in the gasoline, in the fuel cost department, by knowing how much gas is in certain locations that you're going. And there's no shame in filling up before your vehicle's on E. If it costs you some money, or if it saves you some money, and it doesn't increase your fuel costs for your road trip. So use a nice app like GasBuddy. I'm going to be providing tutorials on apps like GasBuddy to show you how to use it, how you can save money, not only when you're taking road trips for vacations and when you travel, but also in your day-to-day commute and your day-to-day use of your vehicles. So stay tuned for that. And a final category to save you some money on road trips is attractions. Look for attractions that don't cost anything. They're free, or they cost very little. Stuff like the American Parks Pass can help you really save money in terms of road trips. So if you're somebody like I do that loves the national parks, state parks, then consider buying the annual pass to the parks, the national parks, or if you frequent certain states more often than others. And if your state that you plan on traveling in, or if you live in, requires an admissions fee, then it might be worth your while, depending on how much you travel to there, to get the annual pass. It really saves you some money. So like the National Park Pass, $80. And if you travel like I do, as much as I do, and you're traveling with the intent of seeing the national parks and nature travel and nature landmarks, natural landmarks, historic landmarks, well, good deal of those are free. So when you're hitting the road, you're planning out what you're going to do, plan out some free attractions that can give you wonderful experiences just as much as the normal touristy attractions that are overpriced. The price to get in is sky high. You can really have a lot of great travel memories by seeing a lot of natural landmarks, national parks, state parks that really don't cost you that much money, and especially if you use them a lot. It's worth your while to invest on the front end and getting a pass where you can pretty much have free reign to a lot of these wonderful places that words can't describe. Hopefully these tips help you save money on your future road trips. Road trips are wonderful, they're fun, they're some of the most amazing experiences I've ever had in my life, whether it's just me and my vehicle in the open road, or me and my friends or my family. It's just, you can't beat a road trip, in my opinion, around the United States, seeing the wonderful sights of the United States. It's just a wonderful experience. And it's made even more wonderful if you could save money. If you love traveling as much as I do, then traveling can get expensive. But there's ways that you can hack it. There's ways you can save money and still have a heck of a time. And so hopefully these travel tips, these road trip travel tips, help you save money so you can enjoy even more travel around the United States. Now, if you have any travel tips, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below. If you like this video, hit the like button and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can get tips on how to make money and how to save money as you travel through the United States. Take care.